Welcome to One on One with Jane. I'm your host, and today I have Reybekah on my show. She's actually an author and she's been writing for several years now. What actually got you into writing?
I want to be able to empower others as well as myself and share knowledge that I've come across over many years and a lot of difficult situations.
Uh, is anyone a writer in your family?
No, they're mostly musical artists and painters, stuff like that.
Do you actually get inspired by watching people, or do you just write because you're inspired by anything?
Some of it is personal situations, some of it is things that I've observed from other people. Uh, I consider myself to be pretty educated and also very self-educated. Um, that's about it. I just draw from things around me.
Do you actually set your own hours writing, or you write anytime?
I usually wait till I'm inspired. Yeah, I
Okay.
will come up with an idea, and then over a 6 to 8 month period, I'll flesh out different chapters, and then I have to decide, what order I want them in, and the basic premise with additional points.
Do you,
So, and I have 3 books that are almost finished, one that's published, and 3 other ones that are in the idea phase.
do you actually ever get ideas in the shower?
Sometimes, yeah. I've heard that the negative ions from the water are actually helpful. Yes, and I also have a fountain in my office, so I turn that on to bring on inspiration and creativity.
Oh, no way. I like that idea. But I guess that's a fountain of youth. You could pretend you're actually rich because of that. You're always worried about money. um, so, do you draw from real experience writing?
Yes, yes, absolutely, I do. I basically started out behind the line when it came to life and societal markers. So I'm 40 years old now. I own my own home. I have 5 children, and I have just a whole bunch of life experience underneath my belt now. And through the housing market crash and now this virus, I really have understood that not only is the information that I'm putting forth helpful, but it's necessary. We get into situations in our lives where we don't think something's going to happen, or we're not specifically prepared for it. And this kind of information about survival and how do we adapt and pull resources at any point in life, I think this is really pertinent information.
So, I know a lot of writers I heard get voices in their head. Do you?
Small, still voice, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. I
So,
get little sparks of inspiration. Mostly it is through anything that's around me will just spark an idea. If I'm watching something, listening to music, books that I see, places I go.
do you do any research when you write?
Absolutely, absolutely. Part of my work as an activist has entailed looking at stats and curves, observing people, being able to see the bigger picture in situations.
Okay.
So I'm definitely always drawing from life and definitely always trying to make connections that otherwise wouldn't be made.
Do you have a book in front? What's your latest book?
My latest book is called Getting Unstuck, a handbook and survival guide for life. It is available on Amazon Kindle and in paperback edition. And it is a basic overview. It is a self-sustainability guide. If you are starting out from zero and you are concerned about the situation that you're in and you're feeling down, or if you've lived a very tragic kind of life where you've had a lot of difficulties and stuff like that, then it's information that you can draw from, and to understand that it doesn't have to be like that. Even if it's been like that for you for the basis of your life, you can turn it around and you can make something out of nothing, literally.
Do you have it more on Kindle or is it more of a book?
It's mostly, yeah, it's mostly in book form. On my Facebook page, Reybekah Larson, I usually post up things, every other day or every day, and a lot of the information that I post up ties into things that are in the book. I also have a Facebook page for the book. It's called Getting Unstuck, and people are welcome to visit that as well to see an overview of the book. You'll get a link to the book itself, and then I have some inspirational quotes up as well.
Yeah, one time as a writer, one of my friends said, you should experience something, then write it down each time you experience that. I said, no, I don't do it that way. I could stop thinking about that, like if it's a romance.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I just write anything. Uh, so, do you have any role models?
Oh, I do. I have a lot of role models. Rosa Parks, MLK, uh, Einstein, Wayne Dyer, Gandhi. Um, there's a lot of people that I look up to. I consider myself a peacemaker. I actually am a certified peace ambassador. I took training, so that helps me and helps guide me no matter what the situation.
Were you writing for a long time? How old were you when you started writing?
Oh, I remember being 7, doing my first book report and saying that I wanted world peace. So I've always been very, very much into English and writing and spelling. Um, I've always written poetry for as long as I can remember. I just knew that writing was going to play a big part of my life.
A lot of writers have to read a lot. Do you spend more time reading or writing?
The first part of my life, I spent more time reading.
Okay.
Absolutely. Now I spend more time writing. And I actually started to feel guilty because I was looking around at all the books that I have that I haven't touched on my shelves for so long. But it's information that kind of, you'll read a book and then there are these things that just pop out at you that are very important. And so you keep the book and you say, these are things that I can draw from. And it really has become useful to me over time to collect this information, and then you have it at your fingertips whenever you need it. And whenever you need to reference it, it's there. So I had to put that in perspective for myself because I don't actually read the way that I used to. I'm more sharing and speaking and doing my own thing now.
Okay, thanks a lot for being on One with Jane.
Thank you.
Welcome.